All right. Here we go.
Fuck is
Oh my
this
God,
guy?
dude, we're back. It's your boys, Intoxicating Sports. It's been a while. We're all here on the casting couch, ready to go. Me, Bowman, Josias. That's a cute hat, man. Hunter Prodzinski. We're ready. It's been a lot's been happening. NFL free agency has been going crazy, so a lot to cover. We're going to hit the big things, discuss a little, rapid fire some of the smaller signings, everything like that.
Get you caught up.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're just going to kind of really go into it and rip it. If depending on time, we might throw in a little drunk draft at the end. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, happy to be back. I went on a cruise recently. Josias went to Disney World. We've just been living life,
How was your guys' time off?
Amazing.
It was really good, honestly.
I had a great trip. It was a great trip. But, overall, I would say if you haven't been to Disney, you should go. It's a great time. It's not that expensive.
Disney's pretty dope. Like, I've been 3 different times, all with my family. We have, like,
Whoa,
my mom's
Mr.
family's really big.
Moneybags.
I have a lot of younger cousins, so
Are they cute?
you really go for them and everything. But I went when I was like 20 the last time. It's still fun as fuck. I did what you did, like go. I didn't drink at every country Josias in Epcot, but
You couldn't drink. You were 20.
a fake ID, baby.
Hey, my little sister also, now, if you have a fake ID and you're 20 years old in college, you can do it. My sister went to every country, and she went, a month ago.
Yeah, I mean,
I couldn't. She was like, "Yeah, use my fake." I was
Yeah.
like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, they don't care. The people who are serving you are college kids, and all of them are just there to have they're all so happy. Every single worker, it's crazy.
happiest place on earth.
It really is.
That's what they say. I don't know.
I've never met a bunch of park workers that are that happy. No one was upset to talk to me. Everybody's too happy to answer my questions.
I'll tell you,
Too happy to answer questions.
Swear, everybody's just like,
I
"What
can't
is
help
that?"
you, sir. I'm too
Josias,
happy right
I
now.
don't care. I'm too happy. Like, dude, the happiest people also work on cruises because I swear to God, every single person that I come in contact with, biggest smile on their face, is so excited to help you. The service is ridiculous on cruises. Like, if you guys ever go on one, it's insane.
Nope.
Like, they want to
I haven't, but I want to. I feel like it could be an underrated vacation option. Cruises, because they're supposed to be pretty cheap, right? And as long as
depends on the ones you
like,
if you-
sure, there's
if you do it in a
range
cheap
of them.
way, but at the saying, the reason why I didn't go on the cruise as well is because of the cost. Because by the time that I went to book, if I booked in the right amount of time, how I was supposed to,
Yeah.
it would have been cheap. Because when we started, do you remember how much it was when Ethan sent it?
I don't know.
It was like $5 something
like a
and
you
change.
problem.
It was an everybody problem because nobody booked at the time when Ethan sent it.
Well, I still got around that price because I kind of went earlier than what you guys were
But
looking for.
but for 2 people you paid.
My share for the cruise was $585.
That's pretty nice. And I wasn't able to.
That was pretty good.
I never got to there, basically. It was not that much for me.
Bro, I didn't
Maybe I
even
didn't
like
investigate
Clay, a
as much.
groomsman. I think Jake, Jake was one of the best men. They didn't even have balconies in the room or nothing. I had a balcony. I was just like, what the fuck? How do I get one? And
Were they coming
they
to
don't.
your room? You know what I mean? Because you have a balcony. Like, that's all. Okay.
I mean, the rooms are so small.
Ethan's room looked like everyone could fit in it.
You try to you cannot fit 2 people in the shower. You can, but it's just like you're like on top of each other.
Dang.
It's like
That's the point. If you're showering with 2 people, you're supposed to be on top of each other.
Yeah, I
guess
mean,
so.
yeah.
God damn.
My shower.
But it was just the smallest shower ever.
My shower, my hotel, I could have put a whole lifting rack into it. Like, it was
Whole lifting rack.
It had a bench in it. It was so dope. I was like, I love this shower. It's just set. It was like a glass hexagon.
With that being said, I was on a cruise for Ethan Strauss and Rebecca Joe's wedding, so shout out you guys. Congrats. They're actually still
Rebecca
out
Strauss.
on
Rebecca Strauss.
yeah, Rebecca Strauss now, whatever.
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 But that was really fun, so thanks guys. Shout out to you guys.
It looked amazing. I wish.
Why are you laughing, bro?
They both said whatever.
Oh man.
Congratulations.
Too happy to help, you know.
Bowman, Hunter, what was going on in your guys' lives?
Yeah, you guys been just pounding beers while I've been gone. What
Yeah,
you guys
For the
doing?
most part, yeah.
Someone
Someone had to hold down the Monroe house while you were gone on vacation. You know?
And he held down my
Yeah.
house as well.
Yeah, actually, I held down both your houses. Cat sitting for Josias,
Yeah, I just realized that last night when you were talking about it.
hanging out with Perry.
That's cool.
Came to my house like 3 times, so.
Yeah, came to Bowman. I've been at Bowman's
Hit the
house like
cycle.
3 times in the last week.
I
you know.
really invited myself to Bowman's house because I wanted to see his flooring. He did a really good job.
Oh, I supervised that.
Oh wait, shout out Bowman for doing his own flooring. and
Shout
not
out Bowman.
doing
right
his
next
own
to him.
flooring is not easy. It's a
Yeah,
lot
let's
of
go.
it's just a lot of labor. I mean, it's
Bro, he hasn't even finished the trim. Relax.
he finished the trim downstairs. No, am I crazy? No, he didn't.
You're fucking crazy.
Yeah, he didn't.
It's close, though.
Pretty close.
Just needs a touch-up.
So still,
Did I not even notice any of that when I walked in yesterday?
Yeah, you should get RKO'd for that, bro.
Entire floor.
Holy
is
shit,
new.
yeah.
You're an asshole, bro.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, actually. I think it was just done so well that
I guess you got a shot. I guess you got a shotgun a
Good
beer
save.
She got yeah,
Yeah, actually.
now.
that
Shame,
makes a lot
shame.
of
I
sense.
know your name.
all right, well, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Just put some egg in there. Shotgun with egg.
Oh, protein.
Egg on your face, huh?
I'm eating
Oh.
scrambled eggs right now because I'm
Did
hungry.
you lift this morning?
First time? No, man, I slept.
Lift
I
himself out of
debated
bed.
what's better for me right now, sleep or lifting, and I said sleep.
Sleep one.
I ran and my knee hurts now, so it's great.
Thanks for sharing. Which knee?
Left.
And if you guys are, when you guys listen to this, it'll just be past Easter, so happy Easter. You guys want to get into it?
Just coming out on Monday.
I don't want to make a promise, but I think
Happy
so.
birthday, Michael.
I mean, if they're hearing this, it's already out.
Oh, I was gonna
That's
say
true.
Early
is
week.
it Monday the 1st?
Early release.
Yeah, Monday, 1st, April Fool's Day.
Happy birthday, Michael.
Oh, shit.
Jackson.
Michael.
I'm about to
April Fool's. It's Michael Perez's birthday.
About to April Fool's my work and not go.
You know how annoying that probably is? Like, people just constantly
You know
every
who
year make
embraces
jokes
that
about
the most?
Yeah.
Come on now. If anybody would, who would? Michael.
Yeah,
He's a
you're
jokester.
right. Yeah.
Big jokester.
I mean,
Funny guy.
all the way back to 9th grade when he cut his pubes and sprinkled a ball over Connor McDunn's desk in Spanish class. That shit was crazy.
That
is hilarious.
Crazy. I don't think I've
That
heard
is-
that. I feel like I've heard
I
like
feel like
every story.
You've said that a couple times. I'm like, I do not
heard that.
remember you guys talking about that.
Bro,
but then now I do.
That's hilarious.
That's
in ninth
funny.
Grade.
That's hilarious.
I can't wait till he hears that.
Damn.
Wait, we were in the same
Shout
Spanish
out
We
class?
were.
Michael's
Yeah,
peers.
yeah.
There's so many things that happened in
that
shit.
Spanish class was. I can't believe they were like, you know what, this group right here, we should definitely let them all be in this class.
Yeah.
That was a terrible idea.
They
Then
have to go through their fucking list and be like, no way.
they let me,
can't
Michael,
that
and
happen.
Connor McDunn be in our my geometry class too. And Connor McDunn would just be slamming books on Michael's hand because he had this bump in it, and and every time Connor would bring it down, he'd be like, "Ah!" like make this sound in the back of the room.
Yeah, that's Spike.
Connor McDunn's like, I'm just like crying. Destin Brooks like, "What's so funny back there, Josiah?" And I'm just like, "How did you not hear him?" Like, just like every time. I'm just like,
Football coach trying to get you in trouble.
no, he just didn't care actually. Like he was just
He was actually really cool, Alex.
super cool. Every time he would make me stay after class and then tell me things that like jokes I could tell them the next day. Well, that's how I took it because he would always just talk to me after class. That's how I took it basically. He'd always just say jokes to me like
You've been using Des's recycled jokes.
yeah, these dad jokes. Like I don't care to tell you half of them because I would say them that day. Remember for the next day to say them to like Connor McDunn and Michael. They just giggle and I'd be like because you guys know how I like those laughs. every time I get a laugh, I have to call it out. Like you like that, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You always do that.
You do. Absolutely,
Yep.
you do.
It's been a thing.
We didn't talk about this before, but do you randomly have any opening lines that you want to rip? If not, cool.
Oh, man.
I mean, the sprinkling
Damn,
the
we
pubes
didn't- we
was
didn't talk about this
pretty nice.
Oh, I think I had one.
oh
Dude,
nice.
my phone was just open to ordering
Porn?
Grubhub.
Oh.
Some random
Imagine
wings.
something showed.
Yo, Duncan, put up Pornhub on the screen.
Oh my God, who is that? Wow.
Yeah, I don't got anything.
Okay, no worries.
Put me on the spot like that.
What about the everything's nothing and nothing's everything?
Oh, well, basically, I mean, you guys were talking on the cruise. I just got out of the blue, just no context, text from Josiah. He figured out life on the cruise. He got so fucked up, said.
In Disney.
No. I was in Orlando at a nice little resort.
Yeah, sitting by the pool, right?
Yeah, sitting by a nice
Getting
pool.
fucked up.
Yeah.
He said, just nothing matters, but everything matters all at once. I figured it out, man. And that's I just said that's facts. I mean, that's you can't argue with that.
That sounds so nice.
So deep.
Like,
show him the
right?
picture I sent you.
Like
show
calm.
Brady the picture I sent you. Because I think I showed
It
Bo.
wasn't loaded in. I'll grab it. That was in that picture.
Wait, let's post that on our Instagram. We gotta post that on our Instagram. Send that to
you
Brady.
send me a picture, I could flash it on the
right on
on
the
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
That was in between. He said nothing matters, but everything matters all at once. Sent the picture, and then said, "I figured it out, man."
That's hey guys. Before that picture, I think I took 9 shots of Tito's,
Jesus.
and I definitely had 2 of the Voodoo because I had a 6-pack of those Rangers.
Juice Force?
Yeah, every Juice Force is there, and I had 2 of those that morning. Brady, all empty stomach,
Israel?
no water, just
Yeah, you were fucking drunk.
I
And
think
then-
you should get that tattooed on your body.
what?
Nothing matters, but
Oh,
everything matters.
I might,
All at
but I might
once.
get it in like
Arabic.
no, like something
Chinese symbols.
No,
down your
no.
back?
Like
Charades?
Latin or something that nobody can read, but I can still read it back to you.
Okay.
What's that one font on
Interesting.
Word that's like just symbols?
Ooh,
Times New Roman.
no. A QR code. A QR code.
That's not what I was
Then
talking
you got to
about
make a
either.
page for it to go to.
Nah, I don't want to do that. Actually.
Wingdings.
Yeah.
Wingdings.
Wingdings 2.
Yeah. All right.
That was great.
Fucking good shit, boys.
Yeah. Well,
Glad-
we catching up.
Glad
Just chilling.
Duncan gave us about 5-6 weeks off after the Super Bowl.
I think that
Yeah, he was holding out on his contract, and we just had to come to terms.
before we
He's a
get
free
in,
agent.
before we get into it, can I mention? It'll take 2 seconds.
Sure. Yeah.
I want our listeners to know
Over.
that we're gonna have a 2v2 basketball game, and
This is not gonna take 2 seconds.
if it's up to me, I'd love to broadcast the whole thing, every moment of it. We can mic ourselves up. I'm down, but
Yeah.
Devin has cool mics we could use. I could buy 2 more.
We could hold these while we play.
Yeah, tape them to our chest, and then just hope the cords don't trip us.
Hold a mic in one hand and my jock in the other while I fucking ball on you, bitch.
Yeah, it's me and Josias versus Hunter and Bowman.
You guys can
you
we-
guys
we
can
can put a
choose who
poll
you
up.
think's
Yeah,
gonna
we
win
can put a
right
poll
now.
up. We can see.
Obviously,
We'll
it's
see.
me and Josias.
But we'll
yeah.
find out, I guess. We don't know who's going to win. $200 on the line between
you
Hunter and
guys
I.
don't get 1 rebound the entire game.
What?
This guy thinks he. I don't know.
Your tallest kid is shorter than our shortest kid.
I'm gonna. You think you could probably jump whatever time yourself to get the ball and let's not have this conversation.
we don't even got it.
Let's get
You
into
brought
it.
it up.
Let's get into it. We don't have to have the conversation. I said let's not get into it. I just
Yeah,
want
Duncan's
to
telling
announce
us to move
something.
along anyway. We already know who's gonna win. So.
Move along, move along.
Okay. What do we? I don't know. One of the first big free agent signings was Kirk Cousins to the Atlanta Falcons. Signs a fucking huge contract. I don't know how he keeps getting these deals, but he's raking in money.
Did the Falcons have any additions to that, like the wide receiver core? Or anybody? No.
They don't need him. They've been
I know.
drafting offense.
I was wondering, just like if they added anybody else. Except
Yeah.
I think it was just
So-
Kirk, right?
They got Kirk, the big contract. They signed Darnell Mooney. He was on the Bears previously. He's,
Yeah.
whatever.
He's all right.
He's expected to do
bad.
some more last year, but didn't.
He's fast.
They traded for Rondale Moore. Remember they did a 1-for-1.
Rondale Moore's
player
on
for
their
player
team
with
as well?
the Cardinals. They got Rondale Moore and they gave away Desmond Ritter.
They got
quarterback.
Ray McLeod.
Whoa. Ray McLeod.
But yeah, so they added 2 receivers, which I don't care at all about.
Re-signed Cordero Hodge. But yeah, no. Basically, their offense is good, and they're like, if we just bring in a quarterback,
Somebody who can
we can be good.
I had a question
systems.
I want to ask you guys then. What's the absolute ceiling for the Falcons this year?
8 games winning.
What?
Whoa.
Whoa, I'll take the over.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What are you talking? I'm sorry, but there's no way. That's the ceiling. Is there a sub 500
Sorry,
team?
maybe I misunderstood the question.
What are you
Excuse me.
talking about?
What do you think is the absolute best outcome for the Falcons this year?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I misinterpreted the question.
There's
I
no way.
I
What was 8 wins the answer to?
I thought I was saying like that. That was their. That's like what their. I guess I.
Their
should
floor?
be- Yeah.
Like the worst?
I'm pulling up their win total.
It's got to be like 9.5.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Books just came out with
I'm
win
saying
totals.
You can win
this
8
week.
games this year for sure.
They're going to lose to the Vikings in the playoffs.
I fucking hope so.
In like the consolation playoffs because Vikings aren't making it next year.
Oh.
Let's
How
go.
are the- I mean, we get to that too, but
You guys want to guess the Vikings win total?
6.5.
Oh, you've seen
Sure.
it. You've seen it.
Was it?
No, he's right.
it's 6.5.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. How about the Giants?
Yeah. Well,
How about the Giants?
though.
6.5 as well.
Oh, lower than that. It's going to be like 5.
Oh, Circa doesn't have it.
5.5?
It's I don't know. I'm. It's taking a minute. Circa doesn't have it.
He's whiffing something.
You all right there, boss?
Okay, so do you guys have an actual answer for this?
Falcons win total is 9.5 shaded over.
Nailed it.
So they're
We should
expected to
make
win
lines.
like almost 10 games.
Let's go. Good for them.
Good
All right.
for them.
I think last year I picked them to win their division. I think Hunter picked them to win the division. Maybe that's it, but they obviously
Yeah.
did not. But
They
I
just
think
underperformed.
that's where they're at. I think they could win their division and then maybe win one playoff game. But that's where I'd put them as their ceiling.
Honestly, fuck them. They took our quarterback.
Yeah, I know, that's gotta
all
hurt.
right. I think Kirk actually like. So Atlanta's picked offensive weapons that have basically underwhelmed for the last 3 years. Kyle Pitts,
Yeah,
who are their wideouts?
I say his name.
London.
Is it Drake London or London
It's
Drake?
Drake
Drake
London.
Drake London.
London
All right.
Drake.
Bijan,
And
Algier.
Bijan's insane. Like I think those are all
Yeah,
good
and they got,
dudes. As
the
long
other
as
guy they
someone
hand the
can
ball
get
to a
them
lot.
the ball.
Algier.
Tyler Algier.
He can run the ball pretty well.
I mean, that's a high over/under. They're probably like the 7th best odds to win the Super Bowl now, which is crazy for the Falcons. So good for them, but they're really taking a swing. I mean, they gave him 100,000 or 100 million guaranteed
100K.
over the next 3 years or so. They went in. Basically, the Vikings wanted to get Cousins back if it didn't, if we didn't have to give him 4
Cost so
years.
much? Oh.
But Atlanta just said, take all the money you could ever want, Kirk. We want you, even though you're 36, 35 and a half.
Yeah, they're like,
They signed him through till he's 38. And they're just betting on him. I don't think it's a bad bet, but it's expensive.
Do the Vikings have a very good O-line?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought
Not very good.
I mean, just
Slightly above average.
Yeah, above
Slightly
average.
above average.
That's what I've heard, and I just feel that.
Well, they have a great
do the yeah. I was gonna say, do the
Falcons. I
have a great
have
O-line
a slightly
above average O-line.
no. I'd say slightly below. Both spots are good. I think Kirk Cousins wanted to stay, but he just got so much money that he go there. He'll still have weapons. I am biased, but I think the Vikings have a better situation, and that's why I'm looking forward to drafting a rookie and putting him in a good offense. But Atlanta's offensive situation is still good. Like I think Kirk kind
I
of
was gonna
balls
say,
over there.
I feel like Kirk would have made the decision to stay if he felt like the situation was the same. I think that
The money
Atlanta's-
was just too much.
the money was okay.
He's always been a business guy.
yeah, as much of like a nice guy he seems like. I mean, it seems like money's always trumping that. He gets really, really good contracts.
Yeah.
And I guess just as saying like, yeah, like he could just take like a pay cut just to stay with the Vikings or
To
whatever.
see if like it's the better, but the situation with the Falcons had to be good enough
Right.
as well. Plus that money, obviously, is
Basically,
gonna
the
get them
sentiment
there.
was we're going to move on from Kirk, probably. in the last game of the season, right afterwards, he was interviewed, and he said, actually, like, basically what he said was, for the first time, like, I'm not just going to make a decision based on dollars. I want to make sure, like, everything else around the decision, like, fits for me. So then it was like, damn, are the Vikings is he going to, like, take a pay cut to actually stay with the Vikings?
Which I thought would be cool.
And that was, like, it was pretty 50-50 until it happened. And then, but once the contract came out, and I mean, like, on paper, it's 4 years, $180 million, the $100 million of that guaranteed. So the Vikings were never going to give him that. Basically, the Vikings are looking for their bridge or their quarterback of the future. We wanted to give him a year guaranteed, maybe 2. And he got 3 from Atlanta for a ton of money. So he just went, and I totally understand it.
Cold-ass Minnesota to warm-ass Atlanta. Nice as hell, too.
Yeah, his apparently his wife's from there too, and he knows people down
Definitely
there.
swayed.
So it's a good fit for him.
Good for
I'll
him.
cheer for him. It's fine.
Yeah, I
Looking
rock
forward to
with
the
Kirk.
future as a Vikings fan.
What's the Netflix series that they've been
Quarterback?
Quarterback. Sorry, my bad. That was stupid. Whatever.
Yeah.
Either way, that made me love him. He's just cool as fuck.
He's actually
super cool.
super likable. Yeah.
Hunter said this before that Netflix thing came out. Either way, like he said,
when he
cool
came
guy.
to the Vikings. Remember, we had Mike Zimmer as a coach, and Mike Zimmer was defensive minded, like old school coach, and didn't let Kirk like lead the team because he wanted to focus on the defense. And so we never learned about Kirk, and he was always like, he's cool, but like he falls apart in big spots. And then Zimmer got fired, and we hired Kevin O'Connell, former quarterback himself, offensive, and he players coach. And he, over the last 2 years, he let Kirk like flourish, and like you saw all the memes and the videos after every win, and he's wearing chains on the plane ride home last year. And
Kirko.
Kirko chains. And then the Netflix doc comes out last August, and like everyone got an inside look, and he is a really likable dude. He's kind of a
Down
fucking
to earth
dork,
as fuck, yeah.
but
Down
he's
to
like
earth.
a
He's
nice,
just regular.
like he's a nice dude. Like he's like a fucking dad.
Everyday
that just
guy.
happens to be an incredible quarterback.
Like, he's an everyday guy who's a dope ass
He
QB.
is.
And
Yeah.
he puts in the work though, and I'm like, I feel like when I saw that, I was like, sorry to say it, but Daniel Jones would have been boring as hell to watch.
Oh,
He doesn't put in
yeah.
any work. He doesn't do. People talk about it on his like. He turned off the
I
comments on
wonder
his.
what his everyday life is. Like,
Bro, yeah, he turned off his comments on his Instagram because his like his public whatever a publicist was
PR,
like PR person was like the amount of things that he's reading every day about what he's not doing because he
that
doesn't
would
put
get-
in the
that would
work.
be rough.
Some people can take criticism, some people can't.
Yeah, and he would not. He would just get shut down. He would get depressed. He would go
Yeah.
into these episodes I would listen about, and I'm like,
Jeez.
bro, he's not a NFL QB.
He's not a $50 million quarterback.
Never has been. Never will.
Kirk
be.
basically is getting the same money per year as Daniel Jones now, and I mean, no one in the world would rather have Daniel Jones over Kirk Cousins. But yeah, that's
Giants.
just why he just in the last 2 years seems like super likable and shit. He's just
Kirk-
finally has
Kirk's
a
a dope
coach
guy.
that's letting him do it.
And he's gonna do great with the Falcons.
Hope
for sure.
so. I think the Falcons have other issues and they won't like win a Super Bowl, but they'll be a playoff
No,
team for the
definitely
next 3 years. They'll probably make playoffs every year.
I mean, the problem with Kirk Cousins is he can't actually win big games. So yeah, it's like they still have
has
their
a
own.
cap.
They're all
He's
capped
pretty
like
good,
that
though,
anyway
bro.
because of him.
I don't know.
Although it does make the Falcons better. Last thing, Kirk Cousins, you're saying he's such a good guy and everything. I remember my initial thoughts of Kirk Cousins. I don't know if you guys remember this.
You like
He's
that.
from Michigan State.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever recognized him, they won the Big Ten championship game, and Archie Griffin is up on stage and he has the trophy hand over, and like Kirk Cousins comes over and just takes it right from him, like doesn't acknowledge Archie Griffin. So I was like, from there I was like, I fucking hate Kirk Cousins. He's a little bitch. Like Archie Griffin, only two-time Heisman winner ever. So from that point I was like, I fucking hate this guy. But I do feel different about him now. He does seem
Yeah, I mean,
like a good person.
that's probably,
He's probably
like,
like what?
15 years ago.
Yeah,
He's probably like 20 years old.
Yeah, he was like 20.
Yeah, like freaking 20-year-old jacked up, just freaking won. That's dope though.
All right, so that just – I mean, we talked a lot about the Vikings there anyway.
Well,
so
and Atlanta. That was the biggest free agent signing of the whole offseason.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
correct.
Fair.
So the Vikings, I got
Smartest.
like other things we don't have to spend too much time on, but like they signed a couple linebackers. Hunter probably knows all about this. They got Cashman. Remember Blake Cashman, the fastest linebacker in Madden? So you'd have want him as your middle linebacker. Just
Oh,
now.
really?
I
Yeah.
thought
I
Devin,
didn't even know that.
I thought Devin Smith was.
Maybe. Cashman was always up there. Like
He was
high.
up there. I thought Devin
That's
Smith
funny.
was.
I haven't even heard that. It was really loved because he went to U of M, and when I say that, Minnesota. Yeah.
Brady, I never got that dude ever.
Oh,
Like
I
I
always tried to pick him.
never ever they would always take him, and I would just
Yeah.
be so happy looking at my draft picks. He's the top 2 always.
I got Van Ginkel, linebacker from Miami. He
Really?
played okay at the end of the year for Miami.
That's
They
pretty,
had a
that's good
episode
pickup.
on him. I think I recommended this at the end of
He's the Vikings pickups.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of last season, Hard Knocks had an in-season with the Dolphins, and Van Ginkel had like his own episode almost where they featured him, and I really started to like him. He's a likable dude. He's pretty dope. So I was glad we signed him.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically the Vikings just signed a ton of defensive
you have
dudes
the same
because
defensive
we might have the
coordinator?
worst defensive talent in the entire league. But
Do you have the same defensive coordinator?
coach is
Yeah, he's amazing. Like he's
fuck, I'm blanking on his name from the Steelers.
Brian Flores.
yeah,
Yeah.
Flores.
We
Did the
thought-
Steelers fire? I'm confused.
He was
what happened
incredible
there.
last year. Made like a great defense out of nothing, and there was thoughts that he would get taken away to be a coach somewhere else, like head coach hires. He didn't even get an interview, and there's like a whole conspiracy thing
Blacklisted,
because
right?
he's suing the NFL.
Yeah, it's
right
probably
now.
still because of that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but all cool because now he just gets to stay on the Vikings as D coordinator. So basically, we did a ton of signings. They're all defensive, all just to give Flores more tools to play with. And then, like, because our
Good for
offense
him.
is already great, then we're going to draft a rookie quarterback and just say, all right, let's go from
What
there.
draft pick do you have?
11, 23. 11 and 23.
That 11 ain't getting you.
So
who
yeah,
who
and I
need,
guess
don't
you can
think.
say
Or
the
12.
reason
Yeah,
for
11,
that
23.
is because you made that draft day trade. You trade away.
They're going to trade up to get a quarterback.
So
I'm
in
so
We can
terrified.
talk about this more on the draft preview
Okay.
show that I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we do before the draft.
I got
Because
you.
there's a whole, like, I mean,
I've seen a
I'm
bunch
biased,
of-
but I think the Vikings offseason and what they do in the draft is, like, the most, I don't know, anticipated thing to look forward to. Because they have 2 first-rounders. They need to trade up for a quarterback. Right now we have Sam Darnold.
What do you think I'm waiting for as well? Like I'm.
Well,
same
yeah,
thing.
but the
That's
Giants.
facts.
Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
facts.
Like I'm
do you mean?
I have nothing to look because
Yeah.
because you see my projections of what they're gonna draft is not what I
Sad
want.
corner over there.
What's up? Yeah, it's fucking sad. Look at the glasses. We're fucking 8 eyes over
I'm
here,
not
bro.
sad.
Both of them have
We're
glasses on. They're
finally
sad.
moving on and drafting a rookie quarterback.
The
I'm
Giants-
optimistic.
Broke my glasses.
The
and
Giants
I got
are-
tape
yeah.
in the middle of them right now. Just holding on.
Casting
and-
couch was
I don't
pretty good right now.
Blame you for being pessimistic.
All right.
We got hella quarterbacks over here.
Yeah, we got too many. It's crazy.
That is-
just falling out of our pockets.
That is crazy. Yeah, Steelers have 2 quarterbacks now.
You are correct about that.
How do you feel?
I
If we just move on to the
Sure.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Sure.
Everyone in their mother is like, okay, Russell Wilson's the quarterback, and then they see what
Yeah.
Justin Fields has backup.
Yeah.
I don't agree. Throw out Fields. You know what Russell Wilson is. He's not the Russell
Yeah.
Wilson of 2014 or whatever. Why not just go with Fields?
If I were head coach, I would put Justin Fields out there immediately.
Give him a shot.
Because the Bears have already admitted we have not surrounded him with what we needed to make him successful. Pretty much, everyone and their mother has looked at their team and said we have not put the things around him. I would just throw him out there. It makes more sense to start with Russell Wilson and then go to Justin Fields.
I don't know.
Because just think about it in the way, like, if we started with Justin Fields and we were like 0-2 to start and he wasn't playing that well, then people would be calling for Russell Wilson. And then if you make that change like mid-season and then he sucks, then you got to go back to Justin Fields. That's kind of weird.
It shouldn't be. I agree. Do you know, like, 20 years ago, it was very common for teams to go between quarterbacks, like even in games, like mid-game, like a quarterback isn't doing well. Okay, at half, put in the backup, and it was there wasn't such a stigma to like starter versus backup or like I think that is what the Steelers should do. Just fucking play both and switch if one sucks, go to the other, like just see what works. I mean, experiment. It's like the Steelers. I think this year for the Steelers is figuring out your shit long term. It's not you're not going to win a Super Bowl. I'm sorry, Vikings aren't either this year. You figure out for the long term if either of these quarterbacks are going to like be worth taking or keeping around.
Are you saying, Brady, that you think that the Steelers have the correct weapons for Justin Fields? Like,
we have enough to make the playoffs this year. I definitely want to draft another receiver at some point this year in the draft.
They should, yeah.
And
do you think they have this? I feel like they have this almost the same situation as the Bears.
With our first round, well, I'm not going to talk draft. We got to try to talk draft later. But I want more offensive linemen. But, yeah, I mean, we got 2 great running backs. George Pickens is very talented.
You got a good
Pat Fryermuth's a good tight end. And I don't need someone else to catch the ball. We did sign – okay, so you guys are going to laugh. We signed Van Jefferson from the Rams. Remember him? Takes the top off.
He's still
fast, whatever. So we added him, which whatever. We just signed Cordero Patterson, which I think he'll probably just do kick returns. I don't see him getting much playing time. But this is the most moves the Steelers have made in the offseason as long as I've been alive.
Patrick Queen as well.
It's crazy.
Same with the Vikings, actually.
It's crazy to me. When they signed Russell Wilson, I woke up and I was like, God, this is awful. My day's going to be terrible.
But the defensive players that they signed was great, too.
I mean, realizing that from their standpoint, it's like, it's only $1.2 million, the minimum. So I'm like, okay, yeah, it does make sense. You get him as cheap as possible. Someone else is paying his entire salary. But then right there, I'm like, dude, fuck. Like, now we're fucked. Like, we got nothing this year to look forward to. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, why we just signed him for $1.2 million? Let's still go get Justin Fields. Let's still draft somebody. Either one, I don't give a fuck. And then they made that move. This was like a week
before they got Justin Fields.
Yeah. And then they actually traded for Justin Fields. And dude, 6th-round pick.
Yeah, who cares?
Which can turn into a 4th depending on
pennies
playing time.
I think
that's ridiculous. So super happy about that they were actually
cheap
making moves. Like, goddamn, I'm just really happy with them doing all these things. And hopefully it just works out. I mean, like you said, we got Patrick Queen as well. Huge fucking sign.
Oh, you got Patrick Queen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Isn't that crazy? When I saw that, I'm like, he's good as fuck.
He's fucking great.
He's amazing.
I didn't know they got that.
Like, all year last year, he's just top of the – like, he's just fucking good. He looks, like, different on the field. Like, he's a good defender.
I mean, and, dude, we're going to fucking need it because Ravens, just signed Derrick Henry. So we need somebody to fucking tackle his ass. But we've always been struggling with middle linebackers. All we do is just sign shitty guys and plug and play them in the middle. That was kind of a position that we never really had solidified. So that's really good to sign Patrick Queen.
That's weird. You only got him guaranteed for 1 year.
What other defensive – I swear there's another defensive player I'm missing that they got as well.
We got another defensive player. You know what? I'm not sure.
You guys you signed Cameron Johnston.
The punter?
From Ohio State.
Let's go, baby.
Did you not know?
Come on.
I didn't know that. I'm just looking through it now. I think he's so underrated. He was incredible at Ohio State.
He was pretty good.
Like, low-key, no one cares about punters. Every time I watched him, he was incredible.
He
commented
does that mean our
about black punters not there anymore?
You see our new punter from Australia for Ohio State?
For Ohio State?
Yeah, he's he's really good. Cameron Johnson commented about it. I saw his comment on the post that was on Ohio State, whatever fucking thing I follow.
Oh, you lost Mason Rudolph, though.
Yeah, huge loss. Fuck.
Huge loss.
Trade away Kenny Pickett to the Eagles for basically like a better pick, barely. So got him out of there. He was kind of a bitch, honestly. I hate myself, like last pod beginning of the year, for saying that he was. I don't know.
You were
Whatever.
double-handed.
You were deaf. That was not a good
When you
one.
walked in the room, I could smell Kenny Pickett cock off your face. Every time. I just always would be like, would you brush your teeth today? But fucking, you guys think about this. You have 2 starting QBs. Like, they both were starters last year.
Yeah.
They were both bad last year.
There's a reason they're not on the team.
I
Yeah,
don't
like
care.
they
I
got
don't-
them each for like $1 million
Both-
each. There's a reason for that.
I mean, there's so many
The
starting QBs
odds
that
are
move around the
very
league.
likely that they both suck this year, and Steelers draft quarterback in 2026 or
Do you
2025.
think they have the same odds to be good or no?
I disagree.
Is there a 50-50 chance that
No.
no?
Russell Wilson is not good. There's no
I think
way.
a
How about
good
Justin
play.
Fields though?
Fields, there's a chance that he just keeps progressing. He actually ended last
sure.
year pretty well.
But he has to
But,
get playing
like,
time.
There's a reason that it's a 6th round pick. Like, people aren't trusting it. So the odds that he's actually like their franchise quarterback are, I don't know, 10% or something.
6th-round pick is
Crazy.
crazy, dude.
6 round pick is nothing, bro.
Exactly.
What did you get for Kenny Pickett?
We got traded Kenny Pickett away and a late 4th for an early 4th and 2 7ths.
Wow. Dude. That kid.
That's like
I'll tell you what, man. I think Steelers are fucking great.
That
making
kid's
moves.
feeling amazing. He's like, Justin Fields got traded for a 6th round. I got traded for 3 picks. Like, come on now.
I mean, yeah, that tells you how good people think Justin Fields is, because
Exactly.
it's like roughly the same.
It feels like a
compensation as
fucking
Pickett.
conspiracy
to me. Like what?
But Brady was
Like-
ready to get his his
No,
face
I'm just
tattooed
saying
on his
that, like,
chest.
Bro.
Like think about Lamar. Like the team's just not giving Lamar Jackson money. Like it's like the same type of
I
thing.
said last year I was
Okay,
after watching Lamar, I was like they were fucking thinking about that. This man is different.
Yeah.
Lamar at least
He's
has
different.
wins like 80% of his games since he came into the NFL.
MVP.
Fields loses like 80% of his games. I'm just saying, be cautious before you get like too.
Yeah.
You just do the same thing with Pickett again, where you're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Steelers figured it out. Like
no,
odds are
but their
very
skill
strongly
levels
that
are-
Fields just never figures it out.
Their skill levels are way different.
No, I'm just
Sure.
very excited that we made all these offseason moves. First time we've been this active, and we've got a lot of potential now. So I'm very excited to see what we do in the draft as well. But things are looking up. I think the win total for them is like 7.5. I'd slam the over with my cock out.
You could.
You have money. You go
FanDuel
to
will
work
take every
Monday through
dollar
Friday.
you fucking put on it.
I'd have to deposit
I promise
more
you.
in there.
Yeah. Where'd the
you get
where'd the
paid-
dollars you had deposited
You
before
get
go?
paid direct deposit. You 100%
my
get
FanDuel
money.
Holy
to
shit!
Do whatever you
Steelers
want
win
with
total's
it.
about 8,
I want to see those bets, Brady.
higher than the Vikings.
One other quick thing on
$5,000.
Steelers before we go. I've been saying that I want to trade away Deontay Johnson because I think he's a little bitch and he just complains and stuff.
Well, do you
And we
think he's-
did. And we traded him away.
Do you
so
think
let's
he's
go.
better than?
Put
do
me
you
on
think
the
he's better
record
than
for
George
being
Pickens?
against that.
Better than who? Sorry, what?
Than
George Pickens.
Your starting wide receiver.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think he's better than
he is
George Pickens.
I think he
No, I mean, I think
Regardless, you need to draft a wide receiver.
I
yes.
agree with that.
Who's your other wide receivers? You anybody else?
Calvin Austin III is like a small little guy, but he won't play that much. He's just like
They
fast, and he won't.
Signed Quez Watkins from the Eagles.
No way.
He's
Why
as
was
good
that a
as
response to
fucking
that?
these other guys.
I don't know.
Steelers got a bunch of no names. They need to draft someone.
All right, moving on from the 6-time Super Bowl champions.
Can we cut that out?
So gay.
What you guys talking about next? The Eagles. Eagles signed Giants running back Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, we just hit the big signings, I guess.
Uh,
How you feel about Saquon? He decides to just turn his mic off.
do you? Okay, I'm gonna give you 3 options. Signing Saquon Barkley. Do you think hell yeah Eagles? That's awesome for you, or who cares, or what a stupid signing?
I think
I'll say just quick. The contract is 2 years, 26 mil guaranteed. So they'll have him for 2 years, 13 mil a year. Go ahead.
$1 million for every single one of his digits on his jersey. Um,
What?
I guess. Yeah. Okay.
he
Oh, it seems like you really thought about this.
No, I have, but I just don't want to talk about it. Bowman, what do you think? You look so eager to speak right now.
I got nothing to say. I don't know. I mean, Saquon was going to make the difference on the Giants, so.
Correct, he wasn't.
Yeah, good for Saquon. He's too good to just
deal with that shit.
Fucking die on the Giants. Waste his career.
He's going to look real good pushing Jalen Hurts into the end zone.
Oh yeah.
Yankee gets low and
pushes
that push.
That was probably what was behind that. They're like, what's the strongest running back in the league right now? Who's got the biggest quads?
Got Derrick Henry.
Saquon?
Yeah, yeah. I can push Jalen Hurts in.
I love it for the Eagles. I think Saquon's so good still.
I do think he's
As long
really
as he's
talented,
healthy.
but he's also, like a fucking getting hurt. I just think, it doesn't increase their value. Like, the Eagles are the same with Saquon and DeAndre Swift to me. I just don't think it makes a big of a difference.
Yeah. No, I agree.
They already had a good running back. They did not need him, but
It's
he does elevate their backfield for sure.
Slightly better,
100%.
but not enough to move.
He is a top 5 running back.
It doesn't really matter, other than it's funny that the Giants lost their best player.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's really why I like talking about it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, straight his face. The Giants, dude, and then they go and replace them with Devin Singletary. Let's go.
Hey, at least
So
on
a
his
year
dynasty team. Though,
Oh,
so at least
that's
he
such a
gets to
great
cheer
thing.
for it.
That's such a
Now,
people
don't
do
they-
not draft Singletary to your dynasty
They wear
team.
the
That's
same
not a
number,
good
don't they?
thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so cute. I
Tape
get to-
over the
exactly.
the Barkley
I
and-
said that thing already. I said that already.
Okay.
On
Hey,
pod?
I was joking.
I thought you were serious.
I was so sarcastic. Devin Singletary, I didn't even know he really played football because the first year on my dynasty team, he did not score a touchdown as the starting running back for
He
the
was
Bills.
garbage until last year.
Yeah.
He didn't score, and then the next year he scores maybe 4 as another starter. And then when he gets to the Texans, he does actually. They give him the ball a little more, and he actually did decent. And this year he showed up he actually showed something, and it was out of 3 years of me having him on a team, he's only done well in 1 year, and it was subpar as well. And what I'm supposed to be optimistic about him
No,
being my
you're not.
running
The
back?
Giants fucking suck. It doesn't
They
matter.
suck. That's not going to matter what's going to happen.
It doesn't matter.
We
don't need to talk
We
about
traded
Giants
away
anymore.
the GM for the Giants needs to fucking listen to this. He's a piece of fucking shit. I fucking hate that motherfucker. He's so
This is what I
fucking
want,
stupid.
baby.
It's so
Billionaire to
fucking.
listen to this.
It's absurd. Every Giants fan ever is just sitting out and you're like, I listen to every podcast about the Giants. They're in the locker room talking to the players. They're like, the ball didn't want to do this shit. It's the GM. They're just they're straight up snitching on the GM, saying he's not listening. It's not a player's
Snitches get
team.
stitches,
This
too.
is the GM's team. He's doing whatever the fuck he wants. He wants to be the new Redskins, the New York Redskins. That's what he wants to be. A fucking dumbass. Get fired and People are already talking shit about him, about talking shit to trainers and stuff, because he thinks that they're not doing well because his players are hurt. I'm like, are you stupid? Your players are hurt because your offense is out there getting railed every time because Daniel Jones is throwing people to die every fucking pass, and you got your offensive line that's Justin Pugh. He's not on the football team for a reason. He sucks. And he does well against shitty teams, and you guys keep paying him money this year. They paid him even more money that we don't have. I mean, it's like they're just making stupid decisions, and then I bet we trade away our 5th fucking draft pick to the Vikings because they're fucking purple. I don't know. That's gonna be the reason. I bet there's not gonna be a reason behind it. But you guys want our pick? We'll take 11. We'll switch funsies. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be something dumb. I swear.
Clip that whole rant and just add the GM of the
You need to
Giants.
find their ads for me, and I'll do it.
He's a fucking asshole.
I
Uh,
have
quite
one
the
proposal
diatribe.
for you.
Okay.
To change your name to the New York Giant pieces of shit.
Oh, let's go,
You
dude.
could change your color to brown.
Dude. Yeah, we should. He's gonna get fired, and he's gonna just realize, like, oh man, I'm still a billionaire, but
You
could have had a
signed,
football team.
The GM's not billionaire.
signed
I
Brian
don't know,
Burns.
I don't know
Owner's
what
a
he is. I
billionaire.
don't know what he is.
No,
A
the-
millionaire,
the
whatever.
GM's
I like that
fine.
one.
He's still gonna be fine. He'll be fine.
You got Brian Burns.
I do like that one. That was one.
That's
good
a
pick.
great. That's great. Spider-Man. He's great. I love him.
He's really good.
That's Peter Parker, I think. But yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun.
That was fun.
The Ravens signed Derrick Henry, so he's going to
That's
be
amazing.
looking all scary.
That's crazy. Like low key, again, running back signings don't really move the needle.
No.
But Derrick Henry in a Ravens uniform is so cool.
That was
I
my
can't
like
wait to see
immediate
him.
thought.
That's my favorite.
They
signing.
needed a
You're just
running
like
back
purple.
all year.
You're just a purple guy.
Remember when
I
they
am a
had,
purple guy.
remember when they had J.K. Dobbins and he was just doing well and then breaks his leg or whatever,
ACL,
Like
yeah.
twice, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they have just these Justin Hill,
Gus
and then
Edwards.
Gus Edwards.
I suppose.
Gus Edwards also on my dynasty team, a starting running back for the Rams. Am I right?
Chargers.
Chargers. Sorry, colors are
Oh, they're
same.
LA
It's
too.
over there.
They got that, rookie last year. The Ravens.
They-
Keaton Mitchell?
Yeah.
Keaton Mitchell.
Keaton Mitchell.
Who I think is an incredible. Just those two. We were talking last night. I don't know why. The Giants Super Bowl teams from
Oh, yeah,
2007,
yeah.
2011. Earth,
You
Wind,
two
and
were?
Fire
Yeah.
with Brandon
Oh wait,
Jacobs and
yeah,
Ahmad
you guys
Bradshaw.
called me. Oh, wait, no, you guys asked me, not called me. We were playing Fortnite.
We were talking about it before, and then right before we went and played. But
Yeah.
we were just, and that was like the original, like mix every kind of running back and just hit him with every. Like Brandon Jacobs, you could throw it
He
through a
played
brick wall.
O-line in college,
And then
for
third
like a
down, you
year.
throw in Ahmad Bradshaw.
Yeah.
And like,
And he's a quick little
I
scat
think
back.
this is even a better.
I
like,
love
Derrick Henry is-
The change in your face talking about your Super
Bro,
Bowl
because
teams.
no,
From
that year
Jesus,
he
15
called me and
years
I
ago.
started naming the running backs. He's like, "Oh, he already knows." That was like my favorite year. I remember that was like one of my more
favorite year.
Yeah, it was the year that I'm sitting next to Brad Spellman at the Super Bowl, and he's like a Patriots fan.
You were at the Super Bowl?
No, whatever, watching the Super Bowl, and then we were in his
Write him down.
in his house, and Coach Leparo's there too, bro. And they're all not Giants fans, and I'm like, they're all like, "You're gonna get your ass kicked." And I'm like, talking all
I'm
this.
sorry, I
shit.
shouldn't have brought up the Giants.
And I'm so big and like I'm in Leparo's
so
face.
big.
Like I'm at the time, I'm like literally like I would beat the shit out of all of you. Like get out my face. Not Coach Spellman. He was fucking put the balls in the bag, put the bag in the back of the boys. That's why if you ever hear us say that,
Yeah, I heard that.
Bowman's on
I know what
top.
you're
Praise too. That's Spellman.
There's probably at least one listener that'll know what you're talking about.
Hell yeah, a couple.
What I was getting at is I just love the combination of big ass Derrick Henry and Keaton Mitchell, the fastest little small guy that they can bring in on third down. Pair that with Lamar Jackson and already great O-line and a running game. Like, I think that'll be fun to watch next year.
He is so big. I mean,
Who?
Derrick Henry.
Oh,
That motherfucker is. If he was walking on
I
the
think
sidewalk
He's getting
and I
elderly.
didn't know who it was, I'm crossing the street. Because I'm like, I mean, if he asked me for my shoes, I have to give it to him. I'm not gonna say no. He's breaking my neck if he punches me. He is massive. He was benching.
He asked me for my shoes.
He was benching 3 plates with chains on him. I was watching. They just like showing
Strong
a
as
clip
fuck.
of his. He's just like,
Oh, he's massive.
bro. He just throwing. He could have clapped in between fucking. I'm like, oh my god, that's like 10 reps. You're not. Oh my. He's just massive. Looks like a horse
Looks like
as a man.
You guys gonna guess his height and weight?
6'2".
6'3", 240.
6'3".
I like 240.
235.
Bowman closest. 6'3", 247.
Okay.
Insane for a running back.
Just so big.
Yeah, and then you switch up to Keaton Mitchell. Yeah, I really do like that, like 1-2 combination.
And Lamar. I mean, like you already, it's the
Yeah,
best
yeah,
running
Lamar's the
game in
best.
the league. So Lamar just can kill you. And now, like, not only do you have to space out and like have fast linebackers to like spy Lamar. Now, if you do that, then they just run Derrick
Hand the
Henry
ball.
right down your throat. And you have a
Exactly.
250-pound running back just killing you.
because your
I think
linebackers are.
it's not a guarantee that it works out as well as it should, but
No.
if it does, oh my god.
that downhill mentality for linebackers is a huge thing. Like if you take that away, you're just like, oh my god, I have to wait for Lamar, and then they're just like on their heels for a second. And Derrick Henry is massive. You're not going to stop him on your heels. And then the thing is, the Steelers kind of have an opportunity to have a kind of same combination with field. Yes,
No.
Najee Harris. If
Stop.
they would get
Stop.
a good,
Stop.
I would say a good tackle. One tackle
Stop.
is what they need because
all parts
They had one of their
the
guards.
Steelers are worse than every part of the Ravens.
Yes, but the running game could be something with Justin Fields, Najee Harris, and Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren's good.
That's all true. But
If they had your O line is doo but.
I mean, the Steelers are just
said
their
doo-doo
scheme,
butt.
offensive things they do are just completely different than the Ravens. The Ravens have the most unique
Yes.
run scheme. So I mean, it's just hard to compare that.
Yeah.
I was being optimistic.
But
For
you're
him.
right. If Justin Fields
I
is
like
their
Justin
starter
Fields personally.
with those two running backs, it could be like a scary run threat.
I'm an
State
Ohio
fan.
State.
We're all Justin Fields.
Yeah,
fans.
I'm Ohio State.
Just want to be
quarterback fan.
realistic about it.
He doesn't like
not on
Justin
the
Fields?
Steelers.
You're not a Fields fan?
Not if he's on the Steelers.
Bowman, I'm gonna. If you end up buying a Justin Fields jersey in the middle of the year because he drafted him or something, I'm gonna be like, yeah, Bowman.
You would
I-
never
it's never
purchase a
gonna happen.
Steelers jersey
Why
ever.
would I do that?
I
I
feel
would
like-
if
I
he
feel
won
like-
me a fantasy championship.
If he won exactly,
Oh,
if
see,
there was
dude,
some,
you're fake. No way.
he won't do that
Fantasy
either.
over-
You haven't brought the spot, the P Ryan fucking P
Yeah,
jersey.
absolutely.
he left
That's
the
a good
Bengals.
point.
You know what, man? I'm gonna get that.
he lost
jersey.
us the Super Bowl.
It's gonna cost me
get
like
a jersey.
$15. I'm gonna get the most ghetto.
No, he didn't
smoshy
dive.
P.
He didn't
Ryan
dive for that
jersey.
fourth down catch. He just let it drop. Go watch it. Could have caught it.
I watched.
He shaved his head for you guys.
Who are we even talking about?
fucking
joking.
Samaji
He's
P.
He's just bald. He's just bald.
I don't even know
All
if
right.
he's in the league anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's on the Broncos.
Bronquinos.
P boy. All
Signed
right.
at least a multi.
Ravens, cool, nice signing. Titans replaced him with Tony Pollard.
They got Snead too
20B.
from the Chiefs.
Traded for L'Jarius Sneed, the cornerback.
I cannot say it. Luxurious.
They signed an
We'll
O
take one
lineman.
shot.
They signed Kenneth Murray,
I
the
didn't know how to say
linebacker, who's actually pretty decent.
Who?
And the bigger one would be Calvin Ridley. They got.
Dude.
So they kind of loaded up. They're trying right now.
How much did they sign Calvin Ridley for?
4-year, $90 million. That's a guess, by the way. So
It was a lot.
Ridley, 4 years, 92, but I only look at the guaranteed.
Jesus,
so
I'm on
it's
fire.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But I wouldn't. It's 2 years, 48 guaranteed.
Okay.
Dang, that's good money.
So that's what they can get out after 2 years. But 24 mil a year is pretty solid for. He
Am I
had a
wrong?
bad year last year.
Am I gonna say? Didn't he? Well, Trevor Lawrence sucks.
Yeah, the Jags were just underperforming for
They-
sure,
it-
dude.
Trevor Lawrence is
everyone just
underperforming.
expected
Maybe he
Trevor
doesn't
Lawrence
suck.
to play better. And
Maybe he
didn't.
doesn't suck. Excuse me.
Well,
The situation might have got fucked up towards
I
the
don't
end.
think he's
know.
overrated.
I don't have a firm opinion on Trevor
I've
Lawrence
seen him
'cause
do
he,
well.
He does so well and then doesn't sometimes. So I don't know. Same with Ridley, honestly. I don't know. Ridley had a few just incredible games. I don't know if you guys.
No, but he got. I was gonna ask. Did he
Week
get hurt?
one, he was.
Did he get hurt?
No.
No?
Not that it didn't come out that
No,
he was hurt.
he never got hurt. Right? Okay, so that's all. I thought he did.
He started the season just incredible,
And
I
then
was
the
like,
games
"Damn,
died
I'm
off.
so pissed I didn't draft him in fantasy." And then immediately he just started sucking.
I remember.
I don't.
I almost made a trade.
And he
for him.
had like a couple great games towards the end, but like other than that, he just sucked, and it was a really weird year. So I don't know.
I seeing all these signings makes me think like I might draft Will Levis as my like sneaky quarterback starter.
Guess who has him on his
Fantasy.
dynasty team?
Dude.
They just let me have him for free, a $0. He was on the waivers because everybody had a bunch of like. There's a lot of decent players out there that last year that were just randoms.
What sucks for you though is you only have one quarterback spot, don't you?
Yes.
And you have Herbert.
That's what
Yes.
we're about to try to change this year.
Okay.
But that's
Oh yeah, you told
remember
me.
I sent
Yeah,
you
you
that.
did say that.
I sent that, but
What
Daniel.
you talked about was on the pod. For all.
I want to bring my brother-in-law on for a pod, maybe talk some little football too. He's smart
Okay,
enough,
man.
But we could talk about that a different time. But no, yeah, Will Levis, that'd be dope if he started cooking because that boy got an arm. He just needs a
I think he
fucking.
could be good.
I think he needs some coaching. Like
Well,
I think that's
they I guess their biggest loss you could say was Mike Vrabel. He's not their coach anymore.
I agree. I can't believe they got rid of Variable.
and he didn't get signed anywhere. He didn't get like he's not a head coach anywhere.
The Browns
Who's their new coach?
signed Mike Vrabel as a like personnel and
Coaching and
When
personal
was that?
consultant.
a couple weeks ago.
Or didn't fucking know that. What?
Yeah.
He's not a head coach.
That's
though,
probably the
right?
Browns' best
He's
ad
like-
this offseason. So
He's
And Jameis Winston.
he's basically taking a consulting role because I'm pretty sure he just gets hired next year. I would bet money that he gets a head coaching job in 2025.
I bet your defensive coordinator does too.
I don't know. My defensive coordinator is suing the NFL.
Yeah, but he's
So-
a fucking dog, bro.
Who are the Titans? Who's their new coach? Was that the Bengals offensive coordinator?
No,
I have no idea.
I fucking know who it was. I saw because I was looking at Will Levis's bullshit.
I got it right here. Brian Callahan.
You're right.
I don't know where he's from.
Offensive coordinator of the Bengals.
Yeah, he's right.
All right.
Yep. I've never heard of him.
Yeah, I heard he does.
Is there?
I was gonna say
I don't
something
believe.
mean.
Why would you get rid of Vrabel for that?
Maybe Vrabel's doing some.
I don't know. I
Fuck
mean,
the
he's like a
NFL kinda
defensive coach, and maybe they want to hire the offensive guy to do Will Levis.
The only. That's like when the Vikings fired Zimmer, our defensive guy. My only, like, stipulation, what I wanted, I don't care who, as long as it's an offensive guy, because there's definitely a lot of pros to getting an offensive head coach.
A lot of teams doing that.
Yeah, nowadays
A lot of
there's
teams
only
doing
like
I don't know.
there's
I've
only
heard
like,
a lot about
I don't
that.
know, 5,
No idea.
give or take, like defensive head coaches now, because the league is so offensive focused. And this is a take I have, kind of just a theory, but the offensive guys can much better gel with a young quarterback, and they like grow together. Because since it's so offensive focused, your only other way is to get, if you have a defensive quarterback or head coach, a great offensive coordinator, and then if you have a great offensive coordinator that's growing with a quarterback, immediately get signed as a head coach elsewhere, because everyone wants to sign. If you're looking for a new head coach, you look at offensive coordinators. That's like 90% of the head coach signings.
It's the Chiefs.
Like this Brian Callahan from the Bengals. Bengals had success with Joe Burrow for a couple years, and all of a sudden their offensive coordinator that we've never heard of gets signed to a head coaching job. This has been the last 5 years. So what you want to do is basically just make that offensive coordinator your head coach, so he doesn't leave for a different head coaching job.
It's a great mentality for every team out there, and Brian DeBall was the I'm pretty sure he's offensive coordinator for the Bills. Prior to that, and that's why I love that he was our head coach. And I'm very sad about Wink fucking leaving,
Martingale.
dude. That makes me so sad. He's a good defensive coordinator. But I was gonna ask, what are the contracts for those defensive coordinators? For like Brian Flores, for like the
Few mil. I don't know.
or anywhere nowhere
I have no idea.
near head coach or offensive coordinator, right?
Probably half of like a head coaching, or maybe a third.
But offensive coordinator and
I don't
defensive
know if they have to
coordinators
disclose the contracts.
are they the same like pay base? You know what I mean? Like for
What do you mean?
like, is your offensive coordinator getting paid the same amount as your defense coordinator, or
Roughly.
Depends on how good you are too.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. They're roughly the same, and I would guess that they're about, I don't know, half or a third of what a head coach makes.
I would say your defensive coordinator is like more important
I mean, it's all relative, right?
It's
to the team, or
more important than
Yeah.
an offensive coordinator.
Your
yeah,
concept, your players.
So it depends what your head coach is, because
that's what I was gonna say. If your head coach is an offensive coordinator, how much does it matter to pay your defensive coordinator or
Right.
your
well, just
or,
think
or
about
your
like,
offensive coordinator
for
you
a
know what I mean?
second, like not even the same, but
You have
Ohio
head coach
State.
and offensive.
Ohio State. You know who the head coach is, but since Ryan Day is such an offensive guy, you have no idea. Can anyone name the offensive coordinator for the Buckeyes?
No.
No, because it doesn't.
we
Yes.
do now, but
Who?
Can you?
it's a really big name now. It's Chip Kelly.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
they just
Chip
grabbed
Kelly
This
it.
is
was
the first
just
time
on-
we've kind of done
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
true. They didn't
That's
have one.
kind
coming
of
up.
crazy.
That's actually kind of a bad example. But
That's kinda
basically,
crazy.
but
All
the
in the
head
past.
coach just
Insane.
runs
Except
the
for this
offense.
year, it makes sense.
Yeah. That's exactly.
It's because college sports has become
It's like
flooded
Bill
with money
Belichick.
now.
You never knew, even though Patriots won how many Super Bowls, you had no idea who their D coordinator was. But their offensive coordinator was always a thing because Belichick ran the defense. And so depends on head coach.
See, there you go. I was gonna say there's something that weighs into that. I just want to know.
For sure.
So run through a couple more here. Bears are another team like the Titans who are trying to load up. They got a lot of new faces. DeAndre Swift, running back sign. Also added couple safeties,
How
trying to make
about
their
that wide
defense a little
receiver?
better.
How about that wide receiver?
And then they traded their 4th rounder for Keenan Allen.
That dude. That's a
I love
huge.
that. I don't think I'm just a Keenan Allen stan. You guys know that.
I had him last year.
everybody's a
Fantasy,
fan.
and he won
I
me a
think-
title. Let's
Who's
go.
not a fan of Keenan Allen?
Last year was his best year.
And he's
Really?
32? I don't know.
Bro,
He's
last
old.
year was his best year ever.
And I think
roughly
coach
I mean, he's
catches
had a
and
bunch
yards. I
Bro,
think.
he's had some great fucking
Yeah.
years then prior to that. That last year was his best year. Good for him.
Yeah.
He's old as fuck. He looks like his top of like he just looks old. You see him try to run a route. That motherfucker is.
Well, 'cause
He is
he's
a great
not
route
fast.
runner.
That's why I love him. He's not fast.
Him and Calvin Ridley run routes the same. They're not. It's not speed. It's this quickness of these cuts and
he's just
and
he's
like
a technician.
and like JJ Jay Jettas, bro. Like
He's only 31.
bro, they all look alike. Like they're the way they
Old for a
move.
receiver when you think
It's
about it.
just crazy.
Kind of, but he has, I don't know, 3-4 years. He's never won on athleticism, so why wouldn't he age well and just run good routes until he's 35 or whatever?
That's hard to say. I mean, you could say maybe he's got like 2 more. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins probably the same age, and he's already.
DeAndre Hopkins was more an athletic guy.
Decline.
Though.
But DeAndre Hopkins is getting put into shitty situations.
He's on.
He
He's
signed
there
with the Titans. That was his
with
choice.
Will Levis.
Yeah, but like
with
Will
Ridley,
Levis
so
is
that could actually be cool.
hot dookie.
I mean,
He thought
I mean,
Tannehill
he
was
knew
that
that.
dude.
Keenan Allen ran a 4.7. Like he's
What? Holy shit!
what I'm
He's
saying.
slow.
Yeah,
Who?
Keenan Allen. He might
That's
be the
slow as
slowest
fuck.
wide receiver in the.
What I'm trying to say is he literally
Could
makes these
Bowman
cuts.
beat Keenan Allen in a race.
According to Bowman, he could. I'm
Today,
saying
yeah.
Bowman doesn't even break 4.
5?
We
Or
still need.
He don't
Jake,
have a time in the fours.
We
Oh,
after
that's
Jake
so wrong.
after Jake Stratton had a kid, he can't go with us to fucking D1. We need a coach. we need a coach of or Devin. Devin can go.
Yeah,
Flash
Devin
his
can do
OHS HSA whatever thing. Be like, yeah, we just need that field for free for 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, Bears loading up some people because they're about to draft Caleb Williams, just straight about Justin Fields, obviously, and yeah.
Have you guys seen
I
the
will
pink
get more
nails,
into the
pink
draft
phone
and
case?
everything on a future pod.
Have you guys seen
Oh,
his
yeah.
pink nails, pink phone case little thing?
Huh? Caleb Williams?
Yeah, he was at maybe the
He
girls.
seems kind of weird and fruity to me.
I don't understand it.
Well,
I don't know.
we're not getting into draft talk. Right now.
Yeah,
oh
we won't
yeah,
go
my
into
bad.
Save
We'll do
that.
that in
We'll
different.
save
My
that.
bad. Thank you.
Another team with a new running back because running backs went crazy in free agency. Green Bay signs Josh Jacobs.
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
And the next day, the Vikings sign Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
What happened? Did you have
I
the
love that.
Texan stuff on there too?
I
Quit jumping around.
do, but
What are you talking about?
just yeah.
Who's the host?
My bad. That's my bad.
It's like the 5th team we're on.
You see,
You're like, where are the Texans?
See, Brady has more patience for my nonsense. See,
I've
two
known him since like kindergarten.
Yeah.
Someone's got to keep you in line.
Since yeah, well, we have a picture of us in the first grade in 03, and Brady looks so pissed.
What?
Like I have the picture. Like there's our whole classroom. Like we're
Oh, the
all
class
standing
picture in front of that, like
brick. It's like a brick wall. We're in front
Oh, okay, yeah, that one. That
of
one.
Miss
That one.
E-Steps.
Yeah,
All of us are grouped and like there's like a gap, and Brady's just like standing right there.
I was probably scared. I was nervous. First day of school. There's jitters. All right, they signed Josh Jacobs. Do you think that's better for Green Bay, or should they have kept Aaron Jones?
I think it's
Or
just
any opinion at all on that?
you know how we were talking about
Because
Saquon.
I just think Aaron Jones
barely
fits so
elevated.
well with Green Bay that it seems like this is a downgrade.
I think that it's
I think Jacobs young.
they're the same
more lateral
they're the
movement
same-
than anything. It's
Yeah.
no crazy one way or the other.
like the same running back. I feel.
I love Josh Jacobs. I think it's an upgrade. But it sounds like okay. So just comparing the contracts to you guys, would you rather have Josh Jacobs at 14.8 mil, or Aaron,
Yes.
Sounds no.
or Aaron Jones at 7? Little less
Whoa,
Aaron Jones at 7.
Aaron Jones at 7 for
than half.
sure.
And I love Josh
Aaron
Jacobs.
Jones 7
I think
for
it's an
sure.
upgrade. I think
But-
I am jealous that Green Bay got him. But I would rather have Aaron Jones at 7.
Where
I
did Aaron
think that's
Jones go?
cool.
I'm sorry.
Vikings.
Vikings.
The next day after Josh Jacobs went there, they're like, "Damn, are they going to have Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs?" And the next day, the Vikings. The next.
That's a
morning,
good ass running. I think he's
loved it.
like
I loved it.
He's one of those running backs that hits the hole so hard. He's so small as well that he gets through it because of how hard he Like, I don't know.
He's kind of a funny dude too. He's just fun. To watch,
he's
too.
cool as fuck
like,
too.
Wears sombreros to like post game pressers and shit.
Did you see when this kid waited for him after this kid's freezing cold and Aaron Jones is leaving and he's wearing the jacket that goes over your call it pads. Yeah. He gave it to the kid and he's like, "Don't take that from him." Well, you can hear it because he's not mic'd up, but the person next to him is, and he goes, "Don't take that from him." He's like, I'll pay for that. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, that's just so cool. Like,
Aaron Jones, good guy, certified.
He's certified good guy.
Good guy.
Signs the kid stuff, and he's like, "Man,
that's
you're
why
cold."
it came to the good side.
And the
right side of the Mississippi.
He's on the
baby.
decline of his. That's why I went there.
I think that
He only signed it 1 year. He was good last year.
he was hurt last year as well.
Yeah, he
little bit.
started off
There we
really
go.
hot. I know because I had him in the Simpson Fantasy League.
He
and I
got
was like,
hurt.
wow, what a steal. He had like first 2 weeks, he was incredible. Got hurt, out for like 8 weeks. And then he did a whole bunch of like, I'm questionable. I don't know how much I'll play. And he kind of sucked the rest of the season until the last like 3 weeks when I was already eliminated. Then he decided just to go off again.
He really did, though.
So I think he's going to good if he's healthy. But
Yes. Who's their other running back? The Packers.
AJ Dillon?
Yeah,
Is he still on their team?
I think they kept him because
Mustard?
they gave him another year for 1.2 guaranteed.
He's a Brandon Jacobs. He's a big old beefy.
Every time Aaron Jones gets hurt, I'm like, AJ Dillon, let's go. Fucking
he's
sucks.
not there, yeah.
Like,
He's just
it's
slow.
just so annoying.
He's a big ass.
His
fat
rookie
ass.
year, do you remember? Like he had that one snow game where he just went bananas.
Yeah,
And
he's
I
so
thought
fat.
he was
He
gonna
digs
be
into the
sweet,
ground.
and he was not sweet.
The Eagles should have signed him, actually.
Why?
Because he could push Jalen Hurts in the end zone.
He's not stronger.
they're-
He's not stronger than Saquon. For
Dude, his quads are bigger than
AJ
Saquon's.
Dillon,
sure. He's not stronger than
fucking-
Saquon. I bet he's not
muscle
stronger.
midget.
Dude.
Dude, Saquon's like stupid strong.
You don't have to defend him. He's not on your team anymore.
Yeah,
That's a good
his
point.
jersey's is his jersey not
No.
here? Oh, it's in my house. Yeah, we were
Yeah,
just
that
talking
was the
about
one
him.
you
Great
actually
guy.
wore, so you it's at your house. Yeah.
I got
There's
a question.
Yeah, go.
Is this like the most interdivisional free agency signings ever?
It started like 2
Seems
years
like
ago.
it.
Remember?
Like
Remember
Saquon to the
this
Eagles,
trend?
bunch of Ravens guys.
Remember the
came
trend
to, like,
started.
the
Hunter brought this
Steelers,
up.
The
I think
Bengals.
You brought this up, I thought.
because
Yeah.
there was a huge when we
2 years ago, right?
the Vikings had their GM, they signed him, and then like 2 months into the signing, they had the draft, obviously 2022 draft, and they made multiple draft picks trades within the division. This is how the Lions drafted Jameson Williams. Actually, the Vikings were in that spot and they traded, and they're like,
OSU wide
"Oh, this is
receiver?
gonna," and all the beat writers are like, "Oh, this is gonna be a talk for the next 10 years how the Vikings could have Jameson Williams. Now it's the Lions," and my whole point is, who cares? Why does it matter? If you're making a trade, either it benefits you or not. If it's in the division, what does it matter? Yes, it'll be talked about. Like if Jameson Williams ended up being incredible, like yes, the papers will write about it. But if they made that same trade with the Giants, who cares? You still could have had the same guy. All it does is kind of you play him twice a year. You play him once more, but that's just if it was a good trade and you benefited, it just makes it that much better for you. There's been a stigma of trading within the division, and I think within the last few years, the newer GMs have figured out just like that's stupid. It doesn't matter. Make a good transaction, and it doesn't matter who you make it with.
I personally I wouldn't care. Yeah, I mean, because no one's actually out there trading all the big names and like really good players. That's where they're like, yeah, you don't want to trade that person within your division because then you have to play him, and I just don't care.
But if it's like, yes, you have to play them, and it sucks if they're good and you didn't make a good trade. But just switch that. There's just as much chance that it was a good trade, and then you benefit even more because you get to play the team that you just fucked over twice every year. So it like evens out. There's no stigma to trading within division. I think it's stupid.
I mean, no
I
team
agree.
is thinking that they lost in their
Every time,
moves.
yeah.
So yeah,
So I agree with that, but I'm also going to say that another point to all of this is that 5 years ago, we were not talking about GMs. I don't think so. I think that recently, like I would say 2 to 3 years ago, we started talking about all these decisions that these GMs are making because there have been so fucking many. And prior to that, like every year, people would barely make any changes. There would barely be a trade. There would barely be big names going from team to team because they have a 1-year contract that's going to end, or this is the year that they either get tagged or not. And now it's like these running backs are like, I mean, I'm going to venture off and see if I can win something. And because so many people are making these moves. It's like the players and these GMs and head coaches. And
You know what started that? Was NBA free agency.
Yes, 100%. That's exactly what I was going to say. They took this basically from NBA.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there we go.
Like the trade deadline was never a thing in football. Like even I don't know when we were in college. There was probably one deal every trade deadline, and now there's dozens.
Yeah,
like
it's amazing.
It's
so
100% NBA. Yeah, NBA. Like it was always like I don't follow NBA really closely, but the only thing more fun than the NBA playoffs is the NBA free agency and like seeing where the stars go and what moves they make. And like I think finally NFL is kind of slowly adapting that where there is more focus on team building.
When Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden were on the Nets, who the hell would have thought that Kyrie's going to end up playing with Luka, James Harden's going to end up playing with Embiid, and then you got fucking Kevin Durant playing with Devin Booker, the best.
It'll never be as crazy as that because it's still football has 11 on 11, and there's the teams are way
like Pat
bigger.
Mahomes and
it's more of a team.
Lamar
thing
Jackson are never
going to
go on the same team.
Star-driven league, but it is getting that. It's going that direction.
I would love a super teams in the NFL. It'd be ridiculous.
This has been tried. I think we've talked about this before. The original super team of our lifetime was the Eagles when they had Chip Kelly, like when we were in high school, when they got Vic Vic tried to make a comeback, and they had like Elshon Jeffrey, and that offseason,
Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy.
Yes, like they decided to just sign as many free agents as they possibly could, and it kind of didn't work out for them, to be honest. So, but few teams have tried in the past just make super teams. The latest one would be the Chargers a couple years ago. Once they realized Justin Herbert was good, do you remember like the Chiefs were great, and like all of a sudden everyone in that division started just signing everyone, and the Chargers signed a bunch of dudes, and it hasn't really worked out, but just proof that
they
NFL's
still have
trying.
two of the. I mean, they have Bosa and Khalil Mack, and that just seems crazy.
Yes, that's when they got Khalil Mack.
Yeah, that was one of the.
People were sleeping on Khalil Mack the past 2 years, I guess, and everybody's like, bro, his stats are just up there. But everyone else, he's still good. Like he's still
just
a
older,
fucking good,
slower.
He's solid. He goes overpaid.
He definitely is too big now. Like I think he's too heavy. Like,
they restructured his contract and Bosa's, so they're not getting paid as much. I think it took a little less to kind of help out their terrible cap space.
You know,
they have them both still.
Bosa was getting pointers from Aaron Donald about getting off the line too fast. Like he's up the field a little too far sometimes, and like plays go under him a lot of the times. Not a lot of times. Like he just wants to eliminate all those errors basically. Because Aaron Donald did that. Motherfuckers like figured out everything. Like just
R.I.P. Aaron Donald.
Man.
Yeah, rest in
greatness.
Pussy.
Like motherfuckers.
I can't think of like
he
a retirement
the
equivalent
greatest defensive lineman that has graced the football field at the moment.
Of our lifetime.
Of our lifetime,
Of
for
our
sure.
lifetime, at least.
Bro, that I've seen, I guess, yeah. Because like
he actually just
there's
I don't think people realize that like even follow football because he's a defensive lineman, and no one, defensive linemen don't get really accolades, but he was insane for his 8-year career, all pro, like 6 of his 8 years.
People game plan to
defensive player of the year
specifically
a
for
couple
one.
times.
He's
a scary
amazing.
motherfucker.
He's amazing. And I remember last year they convinced him to stay, right?
Basically, he
after
wanted
the-
to retire
McVay?
last year,
Yeah, he said
and he came back and was like the best defensive player again.
again. Yes, he's just amazing. He's a Hall of Famer in a very short amount of time, and he's really good. Props, AD.
Hey, shout out, loyal listener of the pod, Aaron Donald.
We'll send
Aaron,
him-
if you have any free time now, just hit us up. Well, you can come on.
He should have some, yeah.
All right, moving along here. What we got next? Oh, I know. The Bengals. So, they trade away Joe Mixon to the Texans, replace him with Bowman's fancy favorite, Zach Moss.
Ain't on hold now.
They lost Chidobe Awuzie, an offensive tackle, bunch of little small things. But the big thing, I think, would be T. Higgins has requested that trade. Nothing's happened with it yet.
Going to the
Do you guys
Giants.
think do you think he'll actually be traded? This might be a draft day conversation, too. So we might have to talk more about it later.
Johnny Manziel?
But how do you feel about T. Higgins? Do you think he's going to stay on the team and get traded, Bowman?
There's a chance.
Thank you.
Great opinion.
Thank you.
Someone,
I
everybody
think I shouldn't
clap
answer
for that
some
one.
shit.
I mean, I could trade him away.
You don't care?
I mean, he's good.
You'll pull down his underwear.
The thing is there's
Whoa.
It's part
Depends
of a song.
on if they can't get a good return, they might as well just keep him and have him unhappy as whatever, and make him play on the franchise tag.
That's always the tough thing, is because then if you don't trade him, then you get nothing back next year. Like you would
yeah, but
trade
if
him
they're
away.
just gonna get like a
at least
fourth
something.
back, then I just
They
keep
actually
him.
might get a compensatory
They could
pick.
get a good pick for him. He is
That's
a good
what I'm
wide
saying.
receiver.
Someone's got to offer.
The
Like
Giants are
Carolina
gonna
was
give
an
you my-
option,
our
but
fifth
Carolina
pick for
signed
him.
Deontay Johnson.
We're gonna give you the 5th pick for him.
I wouldn't do that to him. I wouldn't send him to New York.
You don't want to do it to him.
He doesn't want that 5th round pick. Fifth pick.
We all saw what happened to Kenny Galladay. I don't know what that happened to.
Oh my
T.
god!
He doesn't want to play football
I
anymore.
didn't even know that name existed. So
He was a decent wide receiver. They went to the Giants and they were like, "Hey, don't you hate football now?"
Go to like the Chargers. Problem is, no, he's too much. They just had to get rid of all their receivers.
No,
for
they
that,
have,
too.
they have Quentin Johnson, bro.
What is the?
he was a rookie last year, so you can't write off people that
Fuck
quick.
that phone either way.
We still talking about Higgins.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, T. Higgins.
What is he like? What's gonna like? Are they actually gonna
Exactly.
sign him though? Like, what are the odds? Like, what are we?
No, they need the money to sign Justin Jefferson. So
Jamar Chase.
So like,
no,
he's still on the team. But
Jefferson's coming to the Bengals.
Why isn't he
That's
left
no
then?
way.
That would be amazing.
Why hasn't Jefferson signed an extension yet with the Vikings?
If that happened,
What if they
I'm
trade
not
him
sure
over and they
I'd
get
watch
what picks
the
do you guys
NFL.
have? Do you have anything in the first?
yeah, they have all their picks, I think.
Can we not entertain this?
Bro,
It's
that
not gonna
would
happen.
be no. That is so likely to happen.
He's
You
nervous
kidding
over
me?
there. Look at him. He's sweating.
You kidding me? That
You
is
say
so,
it's likely?
they
Okay.
Justin
All right,
Jefferson
I'll take that.
played
I'll take that.
with-
Come on.
I'll give you 5-1.
You said it's likely. That's a great deal.
Isaiah Likely.
Let me get
pretty good
60
tight
to
end.
1 again.
60-1. No.
Okay, then I don't want to do it.
Oh, but it's likely. But it's likely, folks.
I don't know. I mean, they're friends. The what's his face and the wide receiver.
So is he leaving or not?
Higgins will. I mean, they're gonna have to. They're not just gonna let him walk for a 6th or whatever.
Yeah, they got to get more. I think they get like a second
If
round.
they can get a 2nd round pick, then trade him. Yeah, that's fine.
So what is he under contract for 1 more year?
He's on
They
the
just
franchise tag.
tagged him,
Oh.
and he hates that. He wants his money,
Gotcha.
but they don't have so much to also give Jamar Chase a shit ton of money.
Got you.
Jamarculus
So
Chase?
they're just in a tough spot.
I think they just sit there. He plays 1 year and then leaves.
Yeah, they get nothing in return though. So yeah, just gotta make that decision.
That's fine. They might get a comp pick.
I would love for JJ to go to
There's
the
so
Bengals
many
for my fantasy.
good receivers in the draft.
Yes.
that,
There's a
teams
re-
can reload. So
Yes. I don't think.
So I wouldn't mind trading him. For a
I think he's
2nd round
always
pick.
been overvalued, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone defense have to focus on Chase, and they're like, "Oh, Higgins actually produces." Like, what? Why isn't Higgins is considered a top 32 wide receiver.
Oh, he definitely
He's
is.
solid.
Yeah, he is.
I don't think so.
Well, that was a high number, 32. That's a
But
lot.
just
of it.
number one
He
wide
gets-
receiver.
He gets drafted like in fantasy drafts. He's like wide receiver like 15 off the board.
I know. That doesn't mean he's
Not top 32.
Yeah, that was.
because I think he produces numbers more than he's good. I don't think he can be a one on a team. Or I don't.
What
think
do you
he
want him to
should
do
be.
besides produce numbers?
What does this?
I'm saying he's
It
good.
doesn't make sense, honey.
He wants to get paid and be the number one wideout on a team.
Yeah.
I don't think a team can win as him being the number one. A team wants him to be the number two. Is what I'm saying.
He could be the number one on the Falcons.
That was restructured nicely.
Drake London
I like
is
that.
not better than T. Higgins, I don't think.
What's the?
I mean,
what?
this is.
we're arguing semantics here. I mean, this is like
You're right, but you're
is
saying
he the
that he's not-
20th best versus
not better?
40th best? Like,
But you're
whatever.
telling me that he's not. He wouldn't elevate the Falcons' wide receiver room.
he would elevate anywhere he goes to.
He
He's
is
still a good
very
wide
good.
receiver.
All right, let's just leave it
He
at
just
that.
wants to be featured, and I don't think he should be.
He wants paid more money.
He should be a 2. He should be a great 2.
He can.
He should be a Klay Thompson somewhere.
Damn,
Clay Thompson.
that's a good
Good Saints.
comparison. I like that.
Trade him to the Saints. I feel like they need receivers.
They just lost Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas might have a tumor in his brain. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. He's crazy, bro. He's crazy. Oh, he's doing crazy shit. I was like, what's going CTE for sure?
Shit.
This guy's crazy.
All right, moving on from the Bengals.
No, the Bengals got some dude from the Ravens too. The defensive guy. I don't know his name.
Geno Stone, safety.
Very good. And Von Bell.
Von Bell back. They signed Sheldon Rankins, defensive tackle.
How old is
to
Von Bell?
replace the one they lost.
He's old as fuck, but
He's about to say. I remember going to Von
he's
Bell's
a
shit.
good glue
They
piece.
signed Mike
12
Gesicki.
Bro, he played in the
go.
2014 college football playoffs. Like, he's old as shit.
Got Zach Moss.
Hey, Zach Moss, man.
Yeah.
He proved himself last year, remember?
Guy
Remember
that's
that?
no stone.
Remember that? When you had a dual threat quarterback and another running back that was really good, but they didn't. The third running back is
All right, what about Super Bowl
Decent.
champions? Kansas City Chiefs signed Hollywood Brown.
he's fast.
He's so fast. He makes fast people look not fast.
Yeah. Still, I think last time we talked, we were on agreement that the Chiefs should just be Super Bowl favorites again.
He should
Can't pick any
change
other
his
team
name
right now.
to Atlantic City.
They
Brown.
should be, and I don't know if they are.
Probably not. They probably
They-
suck in the 49ers
Betting
off right
markets,
now.
Yeah, they love.
It's crazy.
Love the Niners. I love the Niners, but Jesus Christ, I think, yeah, Niners are the favorites, 5-1. Chiefs 6.5.
I'll nine her.
This is FanDuel, by the way.
Vikings legend Irv Smith Jr. signed with the Chiefs.
I
So
know.
The tight end.
Whoa.
yeah.
Bengals
plays
legend.
football?
Former Bengals.
Bengals
What,
legend.
did he
He
catch
plays
2 balls on
football
the
still?
Bengals?
I think.
I mean,
There
how
was
much
a
is
time
what's
he
his
was
how
really
much is his
good.
contract? How much is his contract?
Dude, probably like the minimum. I don't know.
No, because that Chris Oliver for the fucking
1 year, $1 million.
That's the
Wow.
minimum.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's
Yeah, he's garbage.
how many balls
He
did
was
that
supposed
Chris
to be good.
Oliver dude catch?
And then he never did.
Fucking for the Minnesota Vikings. As I'm looking through this through their contracts,
One ball every game.
I'm looking through their contracts. Middle of the pack is this Chris Oliver.
Josh
dude.
Oliver.
Josh. I don't even know his fucking name.
Yeah, clearly.
He fucking had so much money given to him. The Vikings are just handing him like, how much was it? Just tell him how much it was, honey.
I don't have it.
No,
ready.
I don't remember the number, but it's absurd.
Tell him, Hunter.
It's absurd. Come on, Kenny. Tell him, Kenny.
Yo, he had 22 catches in 17 games last year.
Don't. I mean,
Let's
that's
go.
that's
Over one a
fucking
game.
terrible. Oh my god. He oh my fucking. I'd beat the shit out of him.
What's going on over there?
If
Why
I
do we
was-
care about someone named John
Why do we got
Oliver?
Josh Oliver. It's our third string.
How much is he
Yeah,
getting
why do
paid?
we care
It's
about this?
absurd.
John Oliver,
Yeah,
the
that's-
comedian.
He said
Yeah.
Chris Oliver originally.
All right, next.
Yeah, I'm
You
done
can't
with
find
this.
his contracts,
Saints. Oh, wow.
Saints shots.
Saints signed Chase Young. He might be
Lot of
washed,
money.
but
Lot of
that's
money.
interesting.
Like 12 million or something.
13 mil.
They've been known as the New Orleans
2 years?
Buckeyes, so there's another signing for
1
them.
year.
1 year, $13 million.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, what the fuck?
Kind
12
of
and a half guaranteed. That's crazy.
No, he's
he
fucking.
did not have a good.
That's
year.
Rob Gronkowski. You guys didn't know? That's
What?
why that's what blew my mind. Motherfuckers getting $13 million. Like he got 22 passes.
Why are we still on this guy, bro?
15 games. What the fuck is going on in Minnesota?
This is Chase Young we're talking about.
Oh.
Oh my God, no way! You thought this guy?
By
got
the way,
13
folks,
million?
Josias hasn't drank a drop of alcohol since we started.
Oh, guys, I drank this morning.
This pod is like early afternoon.
There you go.
Okay, let's just keep going, man. Chargers all right, so the Commanders sign Austin Eckler. Commanders are another team just waiting for the draft, kind of just like the Chargers. They try to replace him with Gus Edwards as their running backs. So just more running backs moving around. Those are the other big names in those ones. Patriots, another team waiting for the draft, sign Antonio Gibson as their running back.
Has anyone signed Mike Williams yet?
That is terrible.
The New York Jets signed Mike Williams.
Oh,
I think that dude's garbage.
Yeah, I mean,
he never plays.
You know who he reminds
it's
me of?
just, I have no idea.
The Steelers' number 1 wide receiver.
Allen Robinson.
George Pickens?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a terrible comparison.
What? They're the same dude.
Mike Williams has been in the league for like 6 years and has played like one full year, maybe.
Their age is different. They are the
I'm
same
saying-
dude. They're tall-ass dudes that run down the field and
Mike Williams sucks.
jump
Brady
and try and
hates
catch a
the
jump
fact
ball.
that you
That's
compared
all
him
they
to
do.
George Pickens.
It's just such a terrible comparison.
No,
you're
it's
just
not.
you're
Hey,
just like they're
I'm-
tall, they catch balls. Like that's literally your comparison.
I'm Team Brady on this one.
Like that's so retarded.
Yeah.
Is this the same as my Justice Winslow comparison last night?
That actually worked out well because
Let's go! Good shit on Hunter. All right, keep going.
I don't even think he was against you on that one.
No.
I wasn't.
There's comparisons. We're comparing
I
comparisons.
almost got a Justin Winslow jersey.
You gotta.
We can stay on the Jets. The Jets signed 2 old offensive linemen to try and protect old-ass Aaron Rodgers.
I think the real question is Aaron Rodgers going to be RFK Jr.'s vice P?
That'd be pretty cool.
Dude,
Vice P.
I'm voting RFK. Then.
I don't know.
I can't vote Dean Phillips anymore.
First
They
time
told me not
ever
to write him
someone
in.
called a Vice P.
Dude,
I like it though.
Aaron Rodgers is freaking just wild. What is he doing right now?
Bro, he's
Does he want to play football or does he want
He can do both. Why can't he do both?
to just like
who
down
are those?
ayahuasca?
Who would make a better vice president, Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins?
100%.
Way more level-headed.
I would trust Kirk Cousins
That's a
with
good question.
my
you.
country.
Yeah. And he can get a little freaky throwing a chain. Like
Sometimes. Freaky. So you have a chain on, folks? You're a freaky.
I don't.
all right, let me see what else I got here. I know there's probably some I missed.
Any Browns news for
Oh
Browns
yeah,
fans?
sorry, Browns fans, you made the list.
If
so
you've
Pick it out the
listened this long,
toilet. Let's get that news out the toilet real quick. Okay, and go.
they got running back Nyheim Hines. Let's go.
What?
This is news to me.
Yeah, they signed him,
That
and then
motherfucker got
they're
cut
already
from the
preparing for
Colts.
Deshaun Watson's downfall as they sign Jameis Winston and Tyler Huntley. So they got 2 quarterbacks to aid
Eating those W's.
Deshaun's aides. And
Wow.
yeah. But like I said earlier, the biggest sign they probably got was Mike Vrabel, in my opinion.
Dude,
I just feel like he
massages
can really
for
help a locker
everybody
room.
on the Browns. I saw massages were in all their contracts. It's pretty cool.
The big one that I think they're really stupid for, they just like throwing money, man. You guys tell me how you feel about this. They gave Jerry Jeudy a
14?
3-year, $58 million contract.
I saw him tweet that he needed a massage.
Jerry
already.
Jeudy did?
Yeah, he just tweeted it.
way.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. He's
Dude.
probably getting a good massage. Deshaun Watson's like, you want one of those? I got you, dog. I got the right girl for you.
We don't got to get into this now, but Sean Watson's contract might be the worst contract in the history of football. He is guaranteed $46 million for the next
Russell Wilson.
3 years still.
Daniel Jones.
He's guaranteed. What did you say?
For the next 3 years.
That's fucking crazy.
24, 25, 26. 46 mil, 46 mil,
God.
46 mil. He's actually on contract in the 4th year from now, but they can void it.
What the hell are we
Yeah,
doing?
I mean-
people? That's fucking crazy. That dude sucks dick.
You gotta win a Super
If
Bowl.
there's someone
Jake
who's
Stratton,
worse-
that dude sucks.
I mean, the Browns organization
Matt,
is up
he
there for the
sucks.
worst in the league, for sure. They make terrible decisions. I hate to say it because
They can't get rid of
They're
him
going to think
until
I'm just biased because I'm a Steelers fan, but it's
2027.
true.
I hope they
When
keep
do
doing
we-
it though.
When can we get rid of Daniel Jones? 2 more years?
That's a good question.
Hey, you could take him
You
out
could,
anytime you
yeah,
want.
you could tell him to leave right now if you want.
You need to
I'm
leave.
working.
You got Drew Lock.
I am working with my buddy Drew Lock, and we're gonna get some anthrax inside of his food one day.
Oh my gosh.
Who said that?
It's on-
I don't know. Who said that?
Oh,
you
you
can
say
get
that?
out. Daniel
You guys are
Jones
editing
is
my
only
voice.
guaranteed this year.
Ooh, baby,
I
I'll
mean-
be stuck to you like ooh.
You would take some hit, but you can get rid after this year.
Drew, forget about that last comment.
Isn't that so funny? You could just be like, I'd rather pay you money to leave the team.
Yes.
than for you to be
Yeah.
on.
They're
it.
so he is a motherfucker, dude. Fuck that dude. Did you go to Duke? Did you send this to Dan? Did you go to fucking? You're fucking stupid as hell. You fucking dumbass.
He's smart for getting that contract.
Oh no, his
You blame your
manager's
GM.
smart,
Yeah.
but my GM, he's just trying to he's trying to sink our ship. He's trying to sink our ship. He's like that boulder, that fucking iceberg in front of us. We're just gonna hit it. We're just gonna die and go down like the Titanic.
Old captain, my captain.
Okay, other signings, because that's pretty much it for the Browns. I think I got the smaller ones. We got the Texans, just I just want to bring up earlier. They signed Danielle Hunter from the Vikings.
Yes, sir.
They also signed another linebacker, Azeez Al-Shaair. I think I said that pretty correct.
That was good.
Yeah.
Pretty good, man.
And then 2 more defensive linemen that I don't have named here, actually. So they're adding a bunch of defensive pieces after their
Houston?
surprisingly great year.
You didn't mean to cut you off. Houston is the dream case scenario for teams that are trying to rebuild.
For every team. Yeah, trying to
That
yeah,
are
exactly.
were horrible. I mean, they've been awful since Deshaun Watson left in 2018, 19,
Yeah.
something like that. But all they did, accumulate draft picks, be garbage for a few years. They didn't even draft a quarterback right away. They started just picking the best player available for a couple years, and then they finally hit on a quarterback, and now all of a sudden, who has a brighter future in the league other than fucking Houston? They found their quarterback. They have young talent everywhere, and now they can use the money that they're not paying C.J. Stroud because he's on a rookie contract for the next 4 years to just make free agent signings, still have decent draft picks. They're going to be good for
sure.
the next 5 years. They're going to be great.
I mean,
I'm
their number one wide receiver literally proved himself this year, and time and time again we saw that
What sometimes seems to happen is a team will have a really great unexpected year, and then people might expect them to keep overachieving, which I'm hesitant because they might just stay around that barely making the playoffs, stuck there. I hope they can overachieve that with CJ.
But I think
but they're adding pieces and trying to get better. So
I think Nico Collins is a dog too. He's a young wide receiver, third year.
they might draft another one. They re-signed Noah Brown this year, who's still solid. They drafted Tank Dell, who turned out to be a hit for a rookie last year.
Yep.
They're going to be good. I'm not saying they're going to win a Super Bowl or even make a playoff push next year, but it's not just next year.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm saying. They have, until 2030, they're going to be a playoff contender, if not better, because they found their quarterback and they have a young core.
for sure.
That's a dream. That's what I'm hoping Vikings do.
Last year too. I mean, remember they fucking trade up, got the 3rd pick, and got Will Anderson. A lot of people didn't like that, but worked out fucking. Will Anderson won defensive rookie of the year. They've been hitting on all their shit. New coach is great. D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah. Did they win both offensive and defensive rookie of the year?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. That's the dream right there. That's crazy.
So, yeah, they got high potential here. We got the Jags, who people are in the same division that thought they would be make a push last year. Not really at all. They missed playoffs. Traded for Mac Jones to back up Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird. Signed Gabe Davis after losing Calvin Ridley. I'd say that's not as good.
Arik Armstead, too.
Yeah, that's a big one for their defense, actually. That's good.
Darnell Savage.
So the 49ers lose Chase Young and Eric Armstead, so that's a big hit for them. I think they're reloaded. 49ers reloaded with, let's see, a couple defensive ends. They got a linebacker, Devondre Campbell from the Packers, I believe.
They signed Joey Sly.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Oh, 49ers signed Josh Dobbs. Let's go. Let's go.
Congrats.
Yeah.
They got one little hairless fucking lizard on their team now.
Okay, man. That's crazy.
What, guys? Just knee slapping? Just knee slapping? We're just knee slapping. All right,
Yeah,
relax.
we're comedians. It's
All right, come on. I'm just joking. Just a joke. Everybody relax. I understand it's a disease.
The big defensive guy, Christian Wilkins, was like a huge signing for the Raiders. Raiders are another team waiting for the draft, though, because they're just ass. So, but big signing for them. They got Gardner Minshew waiting there to shows off his mustache.
Gardner Minshew's a good quarterback.
I think he's a great backup.
Fuck you mean?
Gardner
you
Minshew. I mean, I don't know. He's whatever.
Fuck
They're
you.
all
He
backup
did
quarterbacks.
Decent. He pretty did
But-
decent coming in for the.
Gardner
Okay, whatever. My bad. You know
Minshew
what?
That's the hill you're
You
going
know
to die
what?
on?
You know what? I guess my bad. My bad. Sucks.
Random signings, just ripping them. Rams signed Jimmy G, backup Stafford. Colts got Joe Flacco. Let's go. Seahawks Sam Howell. They traded for him. These are just whatevers, you know.
Yeah.
The Dolphins tried to get some more defense on their team because they're heavily powered on offense. They got linebacker Shaq Barrett, Jordan Brooks, signed Jordan Poyer, the safety. Cornerback Kendra Fuller is pretty good. They signed him as well. So they're trying to load up on defense to help that side of the ball.
I think we're getting to the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much
We hit the big guys. Hopefully nothing big happens before we release this.
I mean, this will be released in 2 to 3 days, so if so, and we'll just record again next week. If you guys want, we can.
I live here.
Let's
So.
do it.
We have there's a bunch of new rules in the NFL being implemented this year, so we're gonna hit those and shit and go through them, along with the draft.
I think that's the next pod. Go rules changes, because that kickoff rule,
It's crazy.
we don't have to get into it. It's gonna look, for anyone listening,
so weird.
it's gonna look super weird next year.
But I like the setup. I think it's cool. It's better than
Go
people
ahead.
running full speed at each other.
Super weird.
Are you at onside kick now?
Yes, you still can.
You have to announce it.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna actually.
I mean, you
before
have
the
to
next
be able to for like late game situations. So yeah, there's got to be some
well,
set
yeah,
up.
for the almost like third year in a row, they're trying to. Teams keep like proposing to change the onside kick to like just make it 4th and 30, make it 4th and 20, and they keep like trying to change it every year.
That's
it gets
weird.
rejected every year. But yeah, eventually it might turn into something like that. Where
That's cool.
You get one play to like get 20 yards, and
Hell
that's your
yeah.
onside. If not, the other team gets a ball like right there. But yeah, it keeps getting rejected. So that's not one of the rule
fucking
changes.
sick.
But eventually that might happen. But yeah, we'll go through them all. I want to like read more into it and like know
Yeah.
exactly some of the changes. So we'll talk about that in the next pod. I obviously have draft takes because the Vikings are gonna be doing shit in this draft. So
Brady and I both have dynasty teams, so I think we'll both.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna dive
We also
deep.
have like how many Intox box questions we got?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we have double digits. So a couple people messaged me, and yeah, we're still doing them. We just took time off, so we're gonna hit those again.
Do you want to open up another pool too?
I have all the questions saved, so don't worry, we got them. We got another, like, you guys see the hip drop tackles ban in the NFL. That's another one's going
That's
to be
one of the
new.
rules we'll hit.
The new football league that can join, like, XFL, USFL, whatever, like, that starts soon, which that's kind of where the kickoff rule came from. So you can go and watch that and take a look at it. And before we even fucking speak on it. And they're trying to do some, I bet you they do some new stuff. We actually talked about this last year on one of our pods, just them experimenting within those football leagues and then the NFL taking it, which is what they're
That's
doing, which is
exactly
kind of
what
cool.
happened.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Yep. I think it's super beneficial.
They
to the
showed their
NFL.
uniforms for
Same
that
thing,
league.
like-
Looks super cool.
NBA does with G League and
Yeah.
MLB does with like the pitch clock that MLB implemented last year started in
Fucking
minor leagues.
amazing.
Makes games like 45 minutes quicker, half hour quicker, whatever.
They said like an hour.
Big difference. Well, it went from like almost 3 hours to like just over 2, I think, for an average MLB game. Is what I mean.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's much easier to watch.
MLB season's here.
They
Go
changed-
Twins!
they
Wearing a
need-
twin sweatshirt for anyone watching on YouTube.
They
Let's go.
changed the rules for hockey.
1-0 Twinkies.
All the hockey shit is terrible. Like hockey, those period changes and how long that Jackets game was when we were there. I was like, you guys need to.
Oh, because went into overtime and then a shootout. That
Yeah.
was actually really cool, though. I've never seen a shootout before.
Yeah, that's cool, but I'm saying the between periods is super long. They don't get that
20
much
minutes
rest
in between
time.
sucks. Yeah,
16,
I don't
I
like
think.
it.
Like, I feel like
Whatever, yeah.
every other major athletes and sports. don't
Whatever.
even have-
Halftime's 20 minutes, whatever, for football. So
They get 3
hockey
of
instead
those.
has like 12
2 of
minutes. Who cares? Yeah, but there's not 20 minutes. I think it's like 12 or something.
I thought it was 20, but maybe
It's
not.
I
not
think
20.
it was 20 minutes, but okay.
It's not. It's just under that. But yeah, I tend to agree, but it's just different.
Real quick news for you, and then trade deadline actually moved. Which
It did.
It was the
Later or
Tuesday
sooner?
after week 8. Now it's the Tuesday after week 9. So a week later.
Nice.
All right,
In the
we're gonna
NFL, in the NFL.
move the trade deadline back in our fantasy league because I've been thinking about doing that anyways.
So yeah,
Say
bunch
less.
of new shit that we can just continue to talk about. We got a lot more to come on these pods, and we're gonna have drunk draft again. I think next pod is actually maybe scratch that. It depends on how
We'll
long
see.
the next one goes. A lot of shit in the rookie or the NFL draft because there's a lot of shit going on. All right, I didn't even finish my eggs. Damn.
I told you wouldn't.
I feel like we talked a while. We're on like an hour 40 right now.
Jesus tits.
Jesus has tits?
I don't know. It's
Anything else you guys got
fucking
before we
Easter
sign
season.
off?
I don't want to talk shit about Jesus.
You already did.
Yeah, I don't care. No.
Okay.
See you next week.
Appreciate you guys listening. We'll be back more regular scheduled. Until next time, cheers.
We love you.
Cheers.